Hey, I'm Brooke Bletcher, and I'm the Preteen Ministry Director here at Real Life Church. I wanted to share with you a little bit about my story. I grew up in a Christian home, and I've been attending Real Life Church since about 2004. Most of my schooling was at a private school and homeschooling. Then I graduated from a charter school. Growing up, God was always a part of my life, and I accepted Christ at a very young age. The older that I got, the more I realized that being a Christian was way more than just acknowledging who God is. I knew that I needed to live a life that reflected my faith. I started serving here at Real Life Church in the preschool when I was in the 8th grade, and let me tell you, those little ones and the volunteers that I worked alongside changed my life. There, in the preschool, I discovered my spiritual gift of serving and working with kids. The volunteers and staff that I worked with became such a strong influence in my life. When I graduated and headed off to college, I knew that I wanted to stay close to home. I wanted to still be involved in the preschool ministry. I chose Gardner-Webb University, and I drove home every weekend, and I continued to serve. As I was becoming an adult, I faced a lot of challenges. There was a lot of peer pressure to look and act a certain way, to be involved in different things, and certainly a pressure to give in to ungodly temptations. There were times in my life where I believed in God, but I didn't have that great of a relationship with Him. I tended to put other things in front of my quiet time, and I struggled with making sure that my life reflected my faith. When I was facing moments like this, not only did I have my family to turn to, I also had my church family there to support me. The volunteers and staff that I worked with were such a positive and steady support as I was growing up, and they still are today. I have had so much love and support throughout every stage of my life here. Our church family supported us when my husband and I got married, and then encouraged us as we tried to navigate newly married life on top of a global pandemic. Our church family held us, and they cried with us when we lost our first baby. Then they celebrated with us when our second baby, Oliver, was born. Being a new parent definitely isn't easy, but the Wonderway team partners with us every step of the way. Every Christian will face times in your life where you'll be challenged and you'll be tempted to give in. And it is so important that you have people in your life that will hold you accountable, who will support you even when you fall short, people who will encourage you to keep going. God didn't intend for us to do this life alone. And as Christians, one of the greatest ways we can advertise to the world is by the way we love and serve each other. John 13:34-35 says, "I give you a new command, love one another. You must love one another just as I have loved you. If you love one another, everyone will know you are my disciples." I want to encourage you to get involved in a small group, get involved in serving in the church, get connected with God's people.